Welcome back, Savages. Tonight we're talking top 10 paranormal myths and facts.
One of the top 10 paranormal myths is that facts exist, which that's open to interpretation.
Well, yeah.
Because you can get evidence, you can get audio, video, anything. Everybody is going to have their own opinion what it is.
It wouldn't be a controversial topic if everybody stuck to the same opinion.
Right.
If everybody agreed on the same exact thing, we wouldn't have the paranormal community, honestly.
We wouldn't have, well, I mean, we would still go on the hunts, but we wouldn't have to be like, look at this is why this is this.
Yeah.
Right.
We would just be like, oh, hey, cool.
Yeah.
Because you can get an EVP and you can be 100% certain that this is what you hear. Give it to somebody else and they may hear something completely different or hear nothing at all.
Well, I mean, we've had that happen where you guys have heard a growl and I'm like, hey, did you hear the voice behind that? And you're like, what?
Yeah.
What voice? And I'm like, here, listen to it again. And you're like, oh, I didn't catch that the first time because it was just subtle enough.
Yeah. And so we, being the ones who were doing the investigation, we would be 199% certain that this is what that is.
Right.
But you can't call it a fact because you can't 100% prove it.
That seems to be the misconception, is that everybody has to have the same opinion in order for the paranormal community to work. But that's not how that works.
No,
I mean, because there are millions of groups.
Yeah.
We all do things a certain way.
And to me, it gives it more credibility when somebody else doesn't agree with you so that you can break down and say, well, this is why I think it's this. Okay, well, this is why I think it's this.
Right.
At that point, it's just like the scientific method.
Yeah.
You gather your facts and then you peer review it.
Yep.
Because once something is proven, it takes the fun out of it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, once something is wholeheartedly broken down, proved right or wrong, there's no more fun in it. Because you're like, well, okay, moving on.
Cool.
Yeah, now what?
New topic.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's part of why it's so fascinating to so many people. Because you can't 100% say this is what it is.
Right, because you don't just have your normal, like, residual hauntings, but you also get poltergeists. You also get the religious aspect of it, the cultural aspect of it. I mean, because it's not just America. It's everywhere.
Right. Yeah.
They have different things and what they believe in, how they practice, all that jazz.
Anyway.
I like this one too. This one makes me laugh. The paranormal myth that ghosts only come out at night.
I laughed out loud when I read that because I know for a fact that they don't.
Yes.
Because the old man is always walking around my house, especially during lunchtime when I'm pretty sure it's when he comes out to smoke a cigarette.
Yeah.
And he coughs because that's when I hear it the most.
Yep. And I understand why this has become...
Well, it's because people only hunt at night. For the most part.
And there's reasons for that, but not because the ghosts only come out at night. It's way easier to collect evidence
When there's no one else.
when there's nobody else there. And what happens at night? It's quiet.
Sometimes too quiet.
And it's dark, which gives it the creep factor.
Right, it gives
plus.
it that, like, ooh.
But it also, if, like, you're looking for shadows,
Yes.
the best way to do that is to lower the lights
Yes.
and whatnot.
And if you have your equipment like we have that lights up, obviously it's easier to see that in the dark.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you're gonna hunt at, like,
We're going to haunt at nighttime.
more famous places that are like a museum in the day,
Yeah.
at night, it's closed. No one is there. It's just easier to do it at night.
Yeah. They are just as active. They are just as active during the day as they are at night. For the most part. There are certain things that generally come out more at night, though.
Yeah, but most, like,
But if you
residual
are an
hauntings-
amateur, you may not want to find those. Or you might, but that might not be very smart.
I don't look for them, they just happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
I get that prickly feeling and then I'm like, no, not today.
Go away. We'll get a closed for business sign to hang around your neck.
That doesn't help. I drove past that church again on the way here and felt it and was like, why?
No,
He wasn't in the window today, though.
I haven't seen him at the window, but I can feel him there.
It's getting closer to Halloween.
And I think, I don't know, but I can kind of see him coming down the staircase, getting closer to the door.
It's almost Halloween. It's going to be about that time.
If we have time in the next couple of weeks. We need to go over there before Halloween. We'll fill you in on the story.
Okay.
It was a great time.
Anyways,
I don't know what that says, so
the next paranormal myth is that there is no physical evidence of Bigfoot. Now, before you go on your tangent, there are a whole group, well, a whole community of scientists,
crazy people,
who now believe in the Sasquatch. They have found hair, blood, tissue, tracks, and yes, poop that claim it's from Bigfoot. I don't know if he is or isn't a thing. I've never personally seen him. I have seen some pictures and videos that could be quite convincing, but again, I have never seen him with my own eyes.
Well, exactly. Nobody has ever seen Bigfoot with their own eyes. When they do,
I was going to say, people will fight you on that. Multiple people have said that they've seen him.
I don't care. If you're going to take a picture, you want a picture of Bigfoot. It can't be grainy.
You want a selfie.
Well, exactly. You want proof. And all of the friggin' proof from these crazy people that walk out into the woods and go, to call the Bigfoot, all of their pictures are crap.
So next time you think you see Bigfoot, go over there and go, excuse me.
Right.
Can I get your autograph? If he eats you in the process, I'm sorry.
I would
send your phone.
Right. Record it.
I would eat my words if somebody could send me a real picture, one that I can't Google search and backtrack, of Bigfoot that is not friggin' pixelated to the point where you don't even know what you're looking at.
Well, because they get them from so far away, and by the time you blow it up 100 times,
right?
But that's the thing. That's the thing too, though, is they're always so far away.
Well, I mean, if I thought I saw Bigfoot, I'm not gonna run over there.
I would. I'd be like, you come here. But it all goes back to the conversation that we had where it could be anything.
Right.
It could be a person.
Right.
With overgrowth of hair or like one of those like mossy jackets to hide.
It could be a hunter who's in camouflage. Right. And for all we know, it could be their friend going, you go hide, I'll take a picture.
Right. Again, I want proof. Because if you look up the proof that people have had, it looks fake.
Yeah.
I mean, somebody could have just pooped in a cup and was like, here, go research this.
I found this. It's Bigfoot poop.
Right. I know that there have been some hunters who have casted the feet.
Yes.
Of Bigfoot.
Yes.
That's credible. I've seen it. It's not a normal.
Yeah.
Like, it's a humanoid foot.
Yeah.
It's like a foot paw mix.
Right. But that could also be a very large bear.
Dogman.
No. It could be a very large bear. It could be somebody messing around who figured out how to, make a boot imprint.
Well, you can.
Right.
3D nowadays you can 3D print.
Yeah. Right. I want physical see it. I mean, I can say that about ghosts too, but the thing is with ghosts is I can see them.
Right.
I can feel them. Right. People think I'm crazy when I do it, but I can see people that shouldn't. Yeah, I can see people that shouldn't be there. But Bigfoot, I have never seen an actual up close. This is Bigfoot.
Okay, we'll go for a ride, and if we see him, I'm gonna kick you out of the car.
Yeah.
Here we go.
You will see me run faster than I have ever ran before.
Make sure you have pigtails.
Oh, God.
Now, see, I fully believe that there's a chance that something like Bigfoot could exist because there's so much unexplored forest area that something could genuinely be hiding. Is it exactly what people have taken pictures of? I don't know. I think
When
that
people take pictures from this far away, they
Right.
blow them up, and then all you see are these teeny tiny little squares.
They look like little Minecraft people.
They do! I want proof. If you walk out into the middle of the woods and start screaming like a baby,
no, you don't scream. You take a tree and you knock it.
I can do that for deer too.
I'm saying Bigfoot does have a special place in my heart because that's how I got into the whole this.
You would.
Because I grew up watching Bigfoot shows with my grandpa. Now, he's crazy,
Yeah.
but
Have you seen most of the men in those shows?
yeah.
The guy
But-
that just walks out in the middle of the woods and goes, what is that going to do?
I don't know.
Besides annoy people.
Get him eaten, maybe.
What is that running at me? Oh, that's a coyote or a wolf or something. Then you just run.
Have you seen George? He went out looking for Bigfoot.
Why do we always use George?
It's a common name.
My grandfather's going to be like, why do you always use my name? Well, it's a good one.
Well, maybe you shouldn't have such a common name.
Oh, goodness. Okay, so another one that I find funny is that only old buildings are haunted.
My adults believe that so badly. Like, we were talking about that house down by my grandma's house, and they were like, but that's new construction. I'm like, the land is as old as the earth.
Yeah, the land just poofed there when they decided they wanted to build a house there, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, but that's always the misconception, especially in movies, is all the houses that are haunted look old. But again, don't believe everything you see on TV.
And if you're going to film a movie,
You're
not going to film it in somebody's 800 square foot, 2-bedroom, fallen down house.
Why are you gonna bring my shack into it?
I'm looking at mine as I'm trying to get...
It's like the size of my living room.
But you're going to film it in a big, glorious...
Right. And a lot of the houses that they find are properties that are usually like foreclosed or something where they're covered in dust. Nobody's lived there in so many years, so all they do is they rent some furniture, throw it in there, there's your movie.
Right. And I will say that, granted, those old, big, beautiful Victorians and things like that, they are going to most likely have more spirits than the average house. Because you think of the... Yeah, I want one really bad. All the generations that have grown up in that house throughout the years.
In old days, people died in their
funerals
houses.
and weddings and births.
That creeps
and
me out.
the older houses are going to have potentially more spirits.
Right. But that does not discount.
No. This brand new construction down the street could be the most haunted place I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Because
a lot of
there.
places too is like, if you've ever seen like a house bulldozed, they really don't take it all. They just kind of bury it deep down and whatnot. So God,
right on top of probably bones and...
right. So God knows how many places are actually buried under your house. That weirds me out now. Not thinking about it with us potentially adding on to our house what we're going to find when we dig up the earth. I swear to God, if I find bones, we're burning the house down.
No, you gotta burn bones.
Salt and burn.
Oh my God. This is not supernatural.
It can be.
No,
We can pretend.
if I find bones, I'm going to just dust them off and I'm going to put them on my porch like a decoration.
If you find bones, you genuinely should.
I'm pretty sure you
If
have to
they're-
call
right,
the
if
police
they're not-
department.
If they're not obviously animal, you should probably call the police.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
are.
because if it is human, then boom, your house is a crime scene.
Yeah.
An old crime scene, but
I
a crime
wouldn't be
scene.
surprised. I would buy the bones back. Be like, nope, he's mine. He's going on my porch
Yeah, I
swing.
need those back, please.
I'll put a hat on him and put
Like
a
a picture
flannel on him.
frame and...
It's It's probably the guy that's in my house now.
Probably.
That very well could be.
He was like, dude.
Did you find him yet?
All right, so another one is that America's fascination with the paranormal is new, which it's not. It
There have
actually
been-
peaked mid-19th
Yeah.
century.
There have been waves of spiritualism
Yes.
a lot around the world wars because that's when a lot of people were going out to die.
Yeah.
And so people were like, oh, I want to talk with my dead loved ones who are in the war. And
It's just more accessible and more accepted now. You can watch it on TV. You can look
Download
internet.
apps.
You can. So I wouldn't say it's a new fascination. It's just more acceptable and more easily accessible.
we're probably in another like wave of it,
Yeah.
but it's not brand new to this country.
Well, and there is a whole spiritual thing going on right now with the
Yeah.
everything in the world.
Everything's gone to hell in a handbasket.
That, and if you follow that kind of stuff, everybody's kind of leveling up right now. So more
Yeah.
people are getting into it. People are expanding their beliefs, abilities, whatever. So it's kind of like a new spiritual age.
Which
Makes
again,
sense.
with your access to like Instagram and TikTok and whatnot, you can learn how to use your like gifts and whatnot. Whereas, even 20 years ago, if you had this,
I thought I was crazy.
right, people are going to be like, you're weird, you're shunned.
Yeah.
If you even go further back, you were burned or
Right.
hanged or thrown in a mental
Stoned
asylum.
or
Right. Whereas now it's, hey, I'm going to go on Google what I'm feeling, and then blogs, TikToks, Instagram posts, all this is going to come up with, this is what could be that. Here's how to harness that. And hey, look at that.
Yep.
You got,
I didn't get a how-to guide. I
No.
just got, it feels like there's somebody standing behind me, but there's nobody there. Or the middle of the night when I'm like, Mom, there's somebody standing in my bedroom. And she's like, no, just go back to sleep. But I'm like, no, there really is somebody standing in my bedroom. And yeah, I slept with the light on for many, many years.
yeah,
You still do.
I do.
I would too if I constantly thought that there was someone standing over me.
Well, also, like, with my vision as bad as it is, if I don't have my glasses or contacts on, like, I'm like, nope, there's a person. But I, like, even now, we sleep with the dark, but I have my phone on. Like, it
You
plays...
sleep with the dark.
Yes. With the... I have Family Guy playing 24/7.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Unless we stay at, like, a hotel or something and we leave the TV on, which half the time we wake up to somebody screaming.
Yeah.
Because a scary movie came on.
Oh,
But I
the night when we were at Conneaut
wasn't
in
it
the
like
creepy clown motel, it was The Exorcist.
That's what I thought.
Over and over and over all night, and I swear there's nothing worse than waking up to that blood-curdling scream, and you're like,
Oh, that was great.
because our door is locked, but it was, I mean, you could go
It-
doink,
right.
and it would open right
It
up.
barely locked, and we were watching TV, and we all just one by one slowly started falling asleep. Well, I woke up to it. I heard it. I looked over at April, and she's looking at me. I was like, okay, she's awake too. But but the thing is we didn't shut it off.
We just left it going and woke up again when we hit that part in the movie.
Right.
And
See, this is why
And then I
noise
think-
canceling earbuds.
Right, and then when we stayed in Conneaut this last time, no, wasn't
we didn't
Conneaut.
have a TV.
It was
We had Family Guy.
It was when we were in Kentucky. We left the Travel Channel on.
Yes.
And then I'm pretty sure it was The Exorcist again that came on. And I like heard it and I looked up at the TV and I was like, oh, and I just went back to sleep.
Like, okay. Okay, so another paranormal myth is that the A words are little green men.
No.
When really they're, well, I mean, they could be, but
Anybody's
the
gonna
most
be Paul.
the most documented things
Ones
Are the Greys.
Greys. Yeah.
Yeah. But many people have said that the Greys are actually green. It just depends on how, like,
I just think it depends on like the lighting.
Yeah,
At,
like
at
when
some
you're
point,
yeah.
because
Again, those are generally at
depending
night.
on your
Yeah.
like undercolors. Is that what it's called?
Undertone?
That
Undercolors. Underclothes. Are we back in like the 1800s?
depending on
Pantaloons.
the undertones, the light can make one color look more or less the other one.
But yeah, as far as like the little green people, you could also consider the little green people as the F word.
Yes, yes.
We don't say it because then bad things happen, but we respect them.
Yes.
We're not going to say
F
it.
word that's in my head is probably not the one y'all
They
are
have
thinking
wings.
of.
But you could consider those as like little green men too, because
Yeah.
people have seen them, or not necessarily have seen them, like, but a lot of the descriptions when people have seen them for a brief is that they're green of some kind. It just depends on like where you're at.
Yeah.
Yeah, and some lore about the A words is that, you know, they they show up how you think that they're going to. So if
Kinda
you're
like a
thinking,
demon.
so if you're thinking
I
of the
wouldn't
little
say
green
no.
men,
6'2" with wings.
I am losing
The
my mind.
owls, the owls, no. The owls are a big fat no. No, no, no.
Owls are cute. What?
Anyways. Okay, so here we go. This one, you can have fun with this one too, because they can kind of go with the demons.
What is it?
What is it?
No
What's that
one
word?
believes in vampires.
They're real. I'm 100% sure about that. They have, in Dayton, Ohio, I know for a fact that they have a vampire coven.
Yes, they do.
But people that have attempted to research that coven have disappeared. And people have, but when like they're found again, they're all changed. Like there's something different about them.
They have no blood.
Huh, yeah. I wholeheartedly,
Yeah.
yeah. I will wholeheartedly believe in vampires and werewolves till the day I die.
Yes. Werewolves.
I volunteer
Werewolves.
tribute.
I would like to run into one of those.
A werewolf or a
Yes.
vampire?
Either, but werewolf preferably.
As long as they're not the supernatural. Those
you
guys
can-
are mean.
Yeah. When I was a kid,
Please tell me you didn't try to transform.
no, I was petrified of vampires. I used to sleep with the blankets tucked up
Aw.
here so that nothing could bite my neck while I slept. It was probably, I'm not going to say how long ago, but it was a while ago that I finally started like not even covering my head to sleep. It would either be up to here or I would have it tucked
I had
over my
myself
head.
convinced I was a vampire because I preferred the dark. My canine teeth have always been sharper than the rest of my teeth.
Have you seen Tegan's?
I have seen Tegan's, a little jealous. But yeah, I had myself convinced, and my mom was like, no.
I have a book that someone got me that's called
I have many.
How to Be a Vampire. And yeah, no, I love vampires.
Actually, I'm Facebook friends with one.
Oh, Kai.
Vampire.
Okay. Again, I volunteer as tribute. Okay, thank you.
I remember seeing,
She's pretty cool.
what the hell's her name? It was a talk
Bella.
show. No. Tyra Banks. She had a talk show. Yes. Okay. I remember being homesick one day, watching her talk show. I think it was probably like early 2000s. And there was this guy. Do you know who I'm talking about?
She wasn't born.
I was a baby. I was either not born or a small baby.
I forgot. I'm so sorry. I forgot you're like 12. Oh, what is his name? But he swore he could.
Drain your blood in 5 seconds?
Yes. His name is Don Henry.
That
It was
a
at-
weird way to
That's
spell
not a
Henry.
very good vampire name.
I don't think it's pronounced that way, but that's
Oh.
what we're going. But it was early 2008. I don't know how.
Okay, I was 4.
Okay. I feel old now.
Not to date myself, but it was
But
4.
this guy, like, swore up and down, like, he is, like, a legit, like, he's a real vampire. He was, like, bench pressing, like, weight that not normal people could bench press. All of his smells, like, the things that he could smell was, like, right on. Like, all he had to do was, like, walk up. He's like, yes, this is what this is. From that day, so in 2008, sophomore, junior year of high school, I was convinced. I was like, I'm going to marry that man. He's probably
There's
like...
no age difference because he's probably like 1,000. So.
Like, oh, he had long black hair. Oh, he was so pretty. And then Twilight came out. And I was like, oh, Team Edward all the way. And now I'm just like, no.
Yeah, no.
We're gonna go like True Blood on this one. Yeah.
Interview with Vampire.
Oh, Lestat. He's hot.
Okay, on to the next one.
Don't hit me.
What have you seen?
Nothing.
We had this conversation because
You've never
they
seen
just,
Interview with the Vampire?
I think they just put it back on one of the streaming things for Halloween, and I told her I was going to make her watch it with us.
They have a TV show too.
I don't want to
pretty
watch
sure
that.
my
I want to watch the original. With
I'm
her.
pretty sure my
But
stepdad
the
has
TV
like it
show
on DVD 'cause
follows
he
the
loves that movie.
books more than the other one does.
But I like the original actors.
Yes, Brad Pitt, Tom
Yeah.
Cruise,
Yeah.
and Antonio Banderas.
Banderas.
There you go. He was pretty too.
He is pretty.
I just like, no.
He's like your grandpa, so no.
Please don't spit that everywhere.
Okay, so the next one would be that the modern zombies are supernatural.
What are modern zombies?
Well, originally, zombies were considered a soulless slave that was created by Haitian voodoo.
Oh, yeah.
Once they came out with the, Night of the Living Dead, that's when the true zombie thing started.
That makes more sense now. I was slightly confused.
Yeah.
But yes, I forgot about that. In some voodoo cultures, that was something that was written about, was people becoming zombies. Pretty sure it's in a movie. But it was pretty much people who...
Didn't have a soul.
It wasn't just that, but a lot of time it was people that they were getting revenge on.
Yeah.
Like somebody that usually wronged that person.
Yeah. And then they made them their slaves.
Mm-hmm. And usually at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How else you can get rid of them at that point?
It's true. It's true. Mm-hmm. I think the whole thing with like Night of the Living Dead, though, I think that turned around like the whole zombie atmosphere because it's believable.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the crap that they're doing now when people are like, oh, they just unearthed this virus. Why?
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
have you heard of the zombie fungus?
Yes.
Yes. No. Stop unearthing things that don't need to be unearthed.
Right?
I'm pretty sure.
If it's in the ground,
Leave it.
Oh,
Leave it alone.
What about the frozen, like, woolly mammoths and stuff?
Right, they're
Leave it alone.
trying to
Yeah.
bring those back.
I know.
I'm like, as much as I would love...
That's population control
Leave it
right there.
alone.
Right.
They just come and eat us and we're...
or like the man that they found that they're trying to like
Yeah.
bring him back or do his DNA. And I'm like, you do realize that those people killed other people with their bare hands because their brains were like the size of peas. Mm-hmm. And you want to bring those kind of people back?
Yeah, that's...
We already have those in our prison system.
Right? And there's a bunch more on the street because the prison system is full.
I want to
There's
see a
enough-
dog.
Right.
Or a cat.
Right.
Like, even then, there's enough
Bring 'em back.
media, like, movies and stuff, that it never goes well.
Right? Have you
Don't
ever
do
seen
it.
Jumanji?
Oh my god.
Or Jurassic Park.
Or
Yeah.
Jurassic Park.
Yes.
You bring stuff back, and it tries to eat you.
Yes.
And
It never ends well.
every single movie or show that ever has bringing something back.
Even the ghost shows where you bring back your great aunt,
Right.
whatever.
It
They
never,
always try to kill you.
it never goes well. Don't do it. Don't. If it's dead, let it stay dead. As much as,
Prometheus. I don't know. There's a movie where these scientists like force their hearts to stop and then they like resuscitate themselves.
Flatliners.
Is that what it's called? Yeah.
Another movie she's never seen.
Not
I was gonna
surprised.
say it sounds like
I'm just ignoring her about movies now. But yeah, but then like on the
Kevin
final
Bacon.
and then like on the final time they bring something back.
Yes. Because each time they cross that veil, guess what? You get hitchhikers.
Right. You're not meant to come back that way.
Don't mess with nature
it
and the
ain't-
natural flow
Right.
of
Yeah.
everything. And even if is media in which it works,
Don't do it.
it's a TV show.
Right.
And probably not a good one either.
Yeah. All right, we got 2 more to get through.
Okay.
Another one is that skeptics and believers do not get along.
I think it would depend on each person's is this going to be the main topic in our conversations? Because at that point, then no. But also
Right.
at that point, you're being a little too pushy with it.
Yeah.
Either way.
Another one is when you get religion into it. So yes, if you are a skeptic because of religious purposes, a lot
That's
of
like a whole new
times
ball
they
game.
don't. You're not running in the same circles, so you're probably not going to be friends.
Right.
Well, and I've seen a lot of comments on a lot of our videos about what I believe in, which is the fact that I wear a crucifix every day.
Yeah.
But I don't believe in heaven or hell, but I believe in something beyond that.
Yeah.
And I've seen a lot of comments like, well, you're halfway there. I don't have to be stop it. I don't want to hear Bon Jovi.
You're living on a prayer.
Right? But
You can't say words that go into a song because unlike movies, I know a lot of songs.
shh. The whole you're halfway there comments that I've seen, I don't have to believe in Jesus. Mm-hmm. I don't have to believe in the devil.
Right.
I don't have to believe in heaven or hell. I can believe in Mother Nature
Right.
and what is around us and the karmic factor of it. But there are people who will break that down of, well, if you believe that, why can't you believe this? Mm-hmm. Why do I have to?
Right.
PSA, please don't push your religion on other people. No one wants that.
Right.
Stop
Just
doing that.
because I get so many people that I'll be out in public, and if you know who I am personally, you know the t-shirts that I own are not typically people friendly. And a lot of people are upset by that because I have a shirt that, says words on it, and then I have a crucifix around my neck, and they're like, well, why would you do that? Because not that I don't care about your religion. I was Catholic for a very short period of time. Didn't care. But I was Catholic. Mm-hmm. I also went to different Christian churches. I went to a Presbyterian church. Just because I wear a crucifix every day doesn't mean I want to sit and listen to you quote the freaking Bible.
No. It's
Personally, I can't read the Bible because bad things happen when I read the Bible. But just because you have that aspect of what you do doesn't mean that you need
right.
to do all of that.
And for you, it is a piece of sentimental jewelry.
Yeah.
That's it.
Right. Just because you wear something every day doesn't mean it needs to, resemble something.
Right.
Or the thing that other people think it is because
Right.
it's not theirs, it's yours.
Right. And then, we have conversations. We're all skeptics one way or another. Mm-hmm. You got that one over there, you got that one over there, and then you've got us three. We go back and forth all the time.
Yeah.
Because you believe one thing, and here I am. I'm just like, no, you're wrong. Here's why. I think in order for the paranormal community to work, you have to have skepticism somewhere. Mm-hmm. You can't just be like, oh, yes, or no.
And you have to
Why?
be respectful of other people's opinions.
Yes.
If someone truly believes something, even if you don't, unless it's hurting someone, I feel like that's a good caveat. Unless it's hurting someone physically, at all, if it's not hurting anyone, cool, good for you.
Right. And I find that, and I don't care to say it, I don't care if I say it, but a lot of the religious community, they're bullies.
Yes.
And they will bully you into thinking what you need to believe. I don't need to read the Bible to find out where I'm going. I'll get there eventually.
Right.
And if I go up or down, either way, I don't care. I just want to see my grandma and my mom.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah, I just want to see my peeps, and then
Maybe my dogs, and other
Yeah.
than that, I don't care about anything else.
yeah. I mean, I do have a whole list that I'm going to come back and hunt. But
Oh, well, yeah.
besides that, y'all wait for me because I'm driving the bus when we all go down.
Right. Right.
Or what am I doing? I'll wait for you. How's that? I'll keep the bus cool.
Yeah, we're going to need
We're
some
going to
AC.
need the air.
Okay. Anyway,
Last but not least is that paranormal is bad for business.
have you seen these haunted houses?
Right?
This place has ghosts.
Boom! It is now $800 to spend one night.
I can see it both ways.
Right.
Yes.
So you have us.
The weirdos.
Right. So you have the people who have made it into a business. But then you... My hands are all sweaty. But then you have the business who had put it out there once or twice that, yes, this is what happens. And then they get flooded with stupid people who ruin it for everybody because, they're disrespectful or, they break things or whatnot. And then those businesses no longer want to be on like a haunted hotel list or haunted restaurant list because, well, this is what happened in the past. We lost money because of it, or people were harassed.
Or you get the ones where once they come out and say, hey, things have happened, blah, 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 then you get the skeptic side who bash them and will no longer do business with them because you believe this, you're weird.
And it goes back to what people believe and what they're going to push on people. Well, if you think your place is haunted, what are you doing there?
Yeah.
Like, are you consorting with the devil? Well, maybe I am.
If I am, then
He's a lot more fun than you, kind of thing. But I can see it from both sides because now, with all of the technology and everything that you got and I can't talk today.
we noticed.
Shut up. With everything that you've got going on as far as like social media and all of that, the paranormal community has blown up.
Yeah.
Like, people are making millions of dollars now. Some people are doing it,
A little shady, but
Right. But you also get the people who want other people to learn the trade and whatnot.
yes.
I could also see it bad for selling a house. If it gets out that
Yeah.
it's haunted, you're gonna have people who are like, I don't want to live in a haunted house. Now you're also gonna have people that are like, yes, sign me up. I will pay all of the dollars.
Yes. And there are some states that you have to disclose
Right,
that.
just like if someone died in the house. Because,
Yep.
again, that's another. If someone died in the house, it's unlikely some people are going to want it because it's like, ew.
Yeah. But then you get the people who buy the houses and then before, like, you have people that are normal people that want to live in this house, but other people know that they're haunted, so then you've got weirdos showing up at your lawn at 3 o'clock in the morning with rosaries and wanting to know, where the ghosts are.
Yeah.
That's how you get shot. And I can see both aspects of it because people nowadays are disrespectful. So a lot of places that used to put out that there's ghosts or whatnot don't do that anymore because of all the bad things that have happened.
Yeah, I think at
Which
that
then
point
ruins it for us.
Yeah, I think at that point it's what is your business?
Yeah.
Are you going to take the fact that your building is haunted and that is your business? Or is it, this is my business, there are a ghost here? Because at that point then that's more likely going to hurt your business. If you're not marketing yourself towards being paranormal and there's paranormal stuff.
You can't have it both ways.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You can't want to be in the paranormal community, but then you put boundaries on it or put a fence around it and you're like, you can't do this. So then why? Why advertise?
Right.
Right.
It's not going to work.
Yeah.
It's just going to pull you down And then people are going to be like, well, you said there were ghosts here, but why can't we investigate? Well, because X, Y, and Z. Well, that wasn't us, kind of thing. Which is, again, what ruins it for a lot of paranormal investigators. There are so many places now that you can't visit. And if you do, it's friggin' outrageous because they know what they're worth. Which I get, but still.
Well, that, and then there's the insurance and the damage from previous people.
The liability waivers.
Yeah.
It's all it's ever going to be. It's just a circle of my building's haunted, but I don't want people there. I want people here, but I'm afraid of what's going to happen, and it's just a revolving door.
Yeah.
It's never going to stop.
I think that's it for today.
I think so, yeah.
I think I'm done with my soapbox. All right, guys.
Bye.
Bye, guys.